Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It is yet another Marvel Monday. I'm excited about this one. Last week we played Marvel Champions. We haven't played on camera Crisis Protocol since the new year, so getting it back on the table. There's been a lot happening in Crisis Protocol since the last time we were on camera. Among those is we've seen a whole bunch of releases. So in December we got Black Panther and Killmonger, which are going to be on Steven's team today. We've also since then gotten Venom, which I will be having on my team, and then even Shuri and Okoye. And it seems like as we head into February 2020, we are kind of back on the original slated schedule for this game.
It was a heck of a schedule.
Yeah, so they showed off kind of a release schedule at Gen Con when they announced the game back in August, and Black Panther, Killmonger, Venom, Shuri, and Okoye were supposed to all come out in the same month. It ended up being kind of segmented down. But 2 weeks from Friday, it's oddly specific, but 2 weeks from this Friday, we're getting the next wave, which is going to include Thor, Vision, and a handful of others. I forget, actually. I need to just look it up exactly.
Yeah, and that's kind of one of the nice things about the subs to the Covenant subscriptions.
Yeah, I'm locked in. I don't have to know it.
It's been a strange ride. That happens a lot. It's a bit of a roller coaster most of the time.
So what's coming out
with distribution of any kind.
So in that wave, we're getting Thor, Valkyrie, Loki and Hela, Vision and Winter Soldier.
My gosh, that's a big wave.
It's 6 new models, but it's 3 packs of 2.
Okay, cool.
Which is what's coming out. We're also a week from Friday. We already charged this subscription, actually. It charges about 2 weeks out. We're getting the first mat. So you'll see we're playing on a space mat right now. But I'm not sure what the name. I think it's the something Havoc or it's something.
It says it right there. Roundabout Knockout.
That's the one after that.
Oh,
we've already charged for it.
Yeah.
So those mats will be coming, and we know that they're planning on visiting like space with like the Thanos vibe, and we've seen terrain even from that next set. So all the terrain and the mats are starting to fire as well, and the character packs are coming out. So if you don't want to have to follow any of that, of course, you can check out our subscriptions. We have one for the character packs, which is automatically getting all those. We have one for the terrain packs, and then one separately for the mats as well. So you can sign up for whatever you want. You get charged a week or 2 before release, and it shows up usually on release.
It's just that easy.
Yep.
I'm gonna be. Let me cover this scenario real quick.
Yeah, because I don't know what we're doing. We set up, and I don't know the scenario
either. So don't worry. It takes me about 10 minutes to set up these scenarios because I'm not gifted at straight lines. Daily Bugle 15. We have the Wakandan Herbs Factor Fiction. This is interesting. I thought it was going to be a slam dunk kind of contest where I would need to get my herb over to your basket and shoot it.
But basketball.
That is not the case. We could play like that, though. That'd be fun. So we've got 2 herbs on the board. You got your herb over here on the car?
Up on the car.
Okay. And then we've got 2 vessels on the other points, which are those, which are kind of like,
each other.
Yeah, to receive the herb, I believe. You can interact with the herb to pick it up. Remember the one rule of this game. Interact.
Doesn't cost an action.
Doesn't cost an action. A character holding an herb cannot perform more than 1 move action per turn. Adds 1 die to physical attack rolls, and has immunity to slow and stagger superpowers.
All right, so you get a little stronger, you're immune to some stuff, but you can only move once per round.
Yeah. Or
per
I should
activation.
say, has the immunity to slow or stagger as a superpower. Herbs placed farthest from a player's board edge, and vessels placed closest to a player's board edge are their herbs and vessels. Okay, so mine are here.
This
yours
is
are
mine,
here.
right? Furthest?
Yes, that's right.
This one's
farthest.
further away from me?
Maybe it's not just the straight lines. Yeah, farthest. So what's farthest? I mean, these are equidistant, aren't they?
But aren't these our board edges?
Yes, they are.
So this would be the furthest vessel from me?
Yeah.
Now, the herbs are equidistant from me, so I don't know what that means.
I imagine, aren't they paired? Hold on, let's make sure we did A right. And chat, if you guys have played this,
It's over there. It's way over there.
give us a shout. A looks, oh, see, yeah, we went too far. 1 too far.
Maybe a bit far and a few too many places. Oh, okay. So these shouldn't be equal.
Yeah, these should be like down a little bit more.
It's a 5-3. So let's just measure the 5-3 out and see who got this wrong. All right, so this one comes here, and then I assume the other one's going to scoot back a little bit.
Yeah. Just scoot the car.
There. So it's about right. Oh wait, it's this one.
Yeah,
that was fine. So this needs to go. And I'm just going to move the car, like you said.
Yeah, maybe I got a little excited about the car.
Okay.
That looks about right.
Just knock the street light over. Not yet.
So then this is my herb. That's your herb.
Yes.
And this is my vessel. That's your vessel.
So that's my urban vessel.
Everything farthest from you.
The urban vessel.
Everything farthest from you is what it is. Okay.
So how does it work?
Scoring. Players score 4 victory points. That's a tremendous amount.
1/4 of the total needed to win the game.
If an allied character is holding their herb while contesting their vessel during the cleanup phase. So if you've got your herb and you're hanging out here, I think you score 4 points.
So I go get this herb and I contest this thing, or do I have to
so.
take it over to the other side?
See, I thought you could slam a gem in it, though. But it says holding their herb while contesting their vessel. So your herb is furthest from you, right? Is this your herb?
That's my herb.
And is this your vessel?
That's my vessel, I think.
That's it, right?
Let me see the A card again. Let me just make it. Yep. Reference the compendium. Oh, I have it in front of me. I got you. That was a trick.
You know, this is half of all miniatures games. Do you? This is something that I hadn't fully appreciated about the genre when I was a young buck playing competitive card games and trying to win world championships.
Can I see the little scenario while you're?
Yeah.
Keep going.
While I'm regaling everybody out there about how I discovered miniatures games and stopped caring about winning. The vast majority of it seems to be this.
I solved it.
Closest?
Herbs placed farthest. So the one that's further away from you, this is mine.
Vessels placed closest?
And then vessels placed closest. So this is my herb, this is my vessel.
Problem. Yeah.
Yes.
So it works as we thought it would, because that would be ridiculous.
So basically I have to go pick this up, and then whoever has this thing can only move once per round.
Yeah.
But if I contest this
Yeah.
with that hero and he's still standing, then I'm gonna score 4 points.
Yeah.
A round.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of that. I think it's gonna be a game of, like we kind of said, herb basketball. Honestly,
that's right.
We're just
Some
gonna
hoops.
take the herb here, and you're gonna try to get it into yours, and I'm gonna try to get it into mine.
All right. So what's the other scenario?
Oh man,
this is a
goodness gracious. There's another scenario.
Yep.
Interact, origin bomb.
There's 3. You can see them across the middle.
Meteor-looking things. Roll dice equal to the interacting character's defense against the swirl energy. If the roll contains more positive results, wilds, crits, and hits, then the number of healthy enemy characters contesting the origin bomb.
So more wilds than the number of healthy enemy characters.
Well, good things. Wilds.
Ooh.
And
Hits
the
and
other
crits?
one, and crits and hits.
And the other one.
The interacting character's controlling player now controls the origin bomb. If the roll contains at least 1 skull, the interacting character suffers 1 damage.
Okay, so I go up, I roll the dice. If I get a skull, I take a damage. And then if I get more positive results than enemies contesting that 1 point,
Yep,
I am now controlling that point.
that's correct. And the player controlling the most origin bombs scores 3 victory points during the cleanup phase.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, so control 2 of those, 2 rounds, we're basically out of here.
Boom. Yeah, healthy enemy characters contesting this origin bomb. Healthy means not injured, right?
Yes.
It's an official term in the game?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So deadly meteors mutate civilians and mystic Wakandan herbs. Fact or fiction?
Fiction.
I say fact.
Ah, see? There we are.
It's already contested.
One thing to note as well, because we're playing on stream and on camera and there's only so much we can keep up with, Steve and I are each playing with, it looks like I have 11 points, when traditionally we would choose 15 or 17 points.
Yes, we have 12. Do you have 11? I thought you had 4, 4, 3. What is
3,
that? That's 11.
4, 4.
Yeah, that's where I put that on the chalkboard. I also have that many. I have 4, 4, 3. So I'm at
Perfect.
11 as
Yeah.
well. So we decided to do a little smaller showdown, mainly because I wanted the Wakanda faction to be online for demonstration.
Because we're not
purposes,
showing
and you only have the
Shuri
2
or Aquarius.
models.
Yeah.
Now, what's interesting is the Wakanda ability for Black Panther, to me, seems a little bit underwhelming compared to the other ones. Because it's, after an allied character rolls attack, defense, or dodge dice, it can spend a power to reroll 1 of the dice in that roll. A power for a 1-die reroll is very hard for me to justify.
Unless you really need it.
You'd have to really need it.
But
compare that to what? Captain America, which is like free power every day, every turn, every moment.
Oh, -1 power to all the abilities.
That's crazy good.
Yeah, but even then, it's like you have to be able to use a superpower for that ability to do anything. You can absolutely, like, rerolls are always going to be relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do that on multiple dice?
I just said I think you can only trigger that once per roll. Would be my guess. Like
Because if
once
you
per
like pay
event.
3, reroll 3 your dice, that could be pretty awesome.
Maybe I'd have to scroll through the Learn to Play, or if there's some Crisis Protocol experts out there that know.
I have a feeling chat's going to help us
But
out
I
with that.
can't.
If you know the answer,
I
let us
can't
know.
imagine. I mean, read that. You would. The way it reads, it makes you feel like this is the way that it's supposed to work. It doesn't say may spend any number of power to reroll that many dice.
Yeah,
in a
because
roll.
after, I think that's just a trigger that happens once.
Yeah.
Now, does Killmonger also have a Wakanda ability? Because
You wish.
he doesn't, right?
No, it doesn't.
But they're both Wakanda, so it's interesting. They're very much adversaries in the comics and the movies and all that stuff. But they are all the same affiliation, so technically, as it sits now, they're going to work together.
Well, I'm glad you said that because you're actually doing a similar theme, which is Spider-Man and Venom.
Yep.
Typically
Frenemies.
not exactly on the same page, but sometimes they got to work together to achieve their end.
Well, I was really happy to see one of my tactics cards has something that references either both of them can use it, or and another one is like they can use it together, because they definitely have the like friends and enemies relationship going on.
Is that card called Spider Moments? What is that called?
Uneasy Allies
Oh.
is the card, and we're going to be able to pull that up in a minute, I believe. For now, we aren't.
We're gonna get things sorted, and what do you want? How do we start? Do we roll 5 dice? Is that right?
Yep, and it's the most.
Let me clear the board. Hold on.
Most things, you know.
This is another thing with me in miniatures games is there's just so much stuff everywhere.
There is things.
You get weirder as you get older. Do you notice that?
We're also playing on camera, so we have less space than I think. Like if you were across the table and we had like the sides of the table.
I've got this light right behind me.
Yep.
It feels like somebody's like watching
corded
over
up with
my
the audio
shoulder.
equipment and stuff.
How are you guys doing out there? Let's say hello to our chat friends. We don't do that enough. We need to be talking to you more, I feel like, to be good at streaming.
You get so focused on the game.
Isn't that what
it's tough.
what the people are into, you know?
Someone asked, if you have any questions, now's a great time to answer those. I think maybe people are into it. The chat might tell us. But they were asking when the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff was coming out. I believe that stuff is all coming the wave after this coming wave. So I think this next wave is coming out mid-February. I would expect Guardians in like mid-March is currently where it's at. But I know that that's like
bold projection.
Active SKUs that you can see on like distribution end of things, because I ordered them.
All right. Yeah, we are, Ryan. We're here doing more MCP. Let's see who goes first. We've already deployed just as friends, right?
Yep.
Although I might want to put Black Panther closer to the magic. Ooh, look at that. There's a good roll.
2 to your 3.
Okay, so do I get to choose? Normally that triggers a whole scene of events, right? Where like then you choose the scenario and then I choose the deployment areas.
Well, whoever's going first, it's like it is a whole thing. You choose which of the 2 colors of scenario you want to choose from, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
But all that to say,
Let's
I think
just
you
go
go
first.
first. Yep.
Yeah, let's just go first.
Get back into this. It's been a minute.
Yeah, man. You know,
you can change your stuff if you want.
No, it's fine. There's just something about getting this kind of a game on the table that it's way different than if we were to sit down and play a game of Keyforge or even Champions, where it's like, okay, grab a deck, let's go. It's like it's kind of like I'm settling in for a movie. You know what I mean? You know how some people don't want to watch movies because it's like, that's 2.5 hours these days. It's like 5 hours.
Card games feel like the 30-minute TV show.
Yeah.
And then this feels like the 2 hour you're going out to the movie.
And I think I would usually watch shorter shows, but when I actually do watch the movie, I'm very glad that I did.
Yeah. But it's less frequent of an experience, for me at least.
Okay, let's see. See what chat's up to also while you're there.
Yeah, I'm just checking.
Oh man, Black Panther, you got that long movement. So good. I love fast things. See, I think Wakanda is the faction I would play anyway.
I think you're gonna dig them. It's a shame I don't have the other models. So
that means I'm gonna be slammaroo on this herb.
You should be able to go get the herbs. They're both quick.
Hit with the L, would you?
L. Anakin's twin, painting help. This is my first minis game I've ever purchased. I've seen many YouTube videos of people painting minis on paint can tops or pill bottles. What are they using to stick the mini on top? There's a lot of things people use. A lot of times it'll be like a tack. What was that stuff called back in school? It's like the
Tic Tacs?
No, the stuff you like put
Tacky?
posters on the wall,
Tacky?
but like it doesn't stick permanently.
Sticky tack?
Sticky tack, maybe.
Is that right?
But it's like it's like other people on chat.
Or is that what
there's
the
a
old
proper name?
pioneers
You know what I'm
used to
talking about?
eat?
The teachers is like the laminated posters they put on the wall, but they'd use.
Yeah,
the,
I
little
know.
stuff.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Mom's
So
a
there's just
teacher.
kind of some sticky stuff where it doesn't like glue it to it. Blue tack is what people are saying on
Nailed it.
the stream.
Thank you.
So I see that a lot, which is that because you can hold the pill bottle instead of holding the model, and then when you're painting, you don't get your hands. Actually, my thumb has black under my nail because it's paint, and I can't get it off, which is annoying. Because I didn't do that exact thing.
I need my power.
Yeah, Beal's saying he magnetizes his minis for transport. Magnets obviously stick to the glue can, so that makes sense too.
Magnets.
I actually, if you look at the bottom of like the Spider-Man I'm painting, it's a flat black magnet in the shape of a circle that's glued on there. So that's another way of doing that exact thing.
Yeah, I got some cool cards too that I will forget about.
David Polakar says rerolling dodges is why Panther's leadership power is so good.
Okay, I'll believe it. We'll see.
Ooh, we got a lot of painting questions coming. One thing I'd recommend
Is it because they saw your white and black Venom?
Maybe. I don't know that I would trust me, but it's fine. Painting questions, one thing I would say is there's a great guy named Sarastro, and he's been doing various models from this game. Check out his YouTube channel. He's incredible for beginners particularly. He explains it like you are brand new to this thing, which a lot of people are.
And then you'll go to the table and you'll think you can do it, and then you'll look at the end result and be like, oh,
His shield on Captain America is one of two things for most people, which is completely inspiring and makes you want to pursue it, or like me, makes you realize why you should just pay someone great to do this and then never try again. But you know. Question from Ryan Roper. I have a question about painting too. I saw people doing a base prime coat with an airbrush of black. If you don't own an airbrush, what's the best way to approach priming? So priming, you can do it with the spray cans. It's the same thing. There's a really popular method called zenithal, which is basically where you prime it in zenithal priming in black or gray. The whole model, thin coats, right? You go back and forth, thin coat, the whole thing. But then you basically take a white if you did it in gray, or a gray if you did it in black, and you'll spray it from above. As though it's like the light source coming down on the model. And then when you go to actually paint the model, you thin down your paints. So you thin it with water, and you have to do quite a few layers. But as you paint, that under layer that's like dark with the light coming on top of it still kind of comes through on the model. And it's a really nice trick to quickly make models look a certain way.
You've been playing a lot of Crisis Protocol, right? Pretty decent amount.
Playing a lot?
Can you interact more than once per turn? Like, could I interact with the herb and then interact with the bomb?
I think so. I mean, it doesn't take an action, right?
Yeah.
So you should be able to, but that seems quite powerful.
Yeah, right? I'm looking it up, but I know the answer is, I mean, there's nothing, like I said, I'm here for the movie, so I hope you're not in a rush.
I'm not in a rush. We're just hanging out. Courtney Jackson says, is there a way to buy pre-painted minis? There's not, but
I wish.
There are quite a few people, if you look them up, that do basically contract out to do that kind of a thing. The going rate I've seen, depending on the quality level you want, is starting at $15, $20 a model, all the way up to $100, $150 for the like super professional, want this to look awesome model. And a lot of times they will give you a discount the more models you're having painted at once.
All right, here we go. At any time during a character's activation, while within range 1 of an objective token, that character may spend 1 power to interact with that token. You can interact with multiple tokens in the same activation, but not the same token more than once.
Yep, but you have to have the power to do it.
I gotta have the power. So do I even want to grab, oh, and I need to be here, which I can't be. Can I stand on things? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we decided to be on a thing, you have to be either completely on or completely off of it.
Okay. I'm gonna grab that herb. Of course. Came here to party. Okay, and then I'm holding the herb. I cannot perform more than 1 move action per turn, so that's now, I think, probably online. I've already done 1 per turn, so I can't move again. Would you say that's correct?
I would say that's correct.
Can I stand here and get extra power?
That is not how that works.
Dang. Okay. That's probably it, huh? I can't move anymore. Just got that herb.
So you picked up the herb.
That's it, yeah.
All right, mine?
Herbalist.
You got that check mark?
So that's interesting. So you'll never be able to do it all in 1 turn unless you could somehow pass it off to a friend.
Do all of what in 1 turn?
Like you couldn't grab it and then long ball it across the board and end up there in the cleanup phase.
You can only move once per round now, so even with a long move, it would take you 2 turns to get over to your vessel.
Things are getting interesting. Okay. Black Panther's done. I did it.
He said, Dark Prince says you can pounce if you have the power to do so.
Yeah,
Is it pounce ability?
No, and that's the early game of Crisis Protocol is really weird for me. I don't really know what to do.
Because you don't have a lot of power and no one to attack and stuff.
I think there's a disadvantage to attacking first, which is kind of interesting that they turned the game on its head like that, because usually Alpha Strike's what it's all about. But it's almost like the opposite here, where like then you turn on all of their abilities for the next go-around, which is kind of a weird one.
But it's a nice, I mean, it's the fun part of the game, right? It's a great comeback mechanic because the more damage you do, the more power they have. But ideally, you time it where you're doing damage to a character that's already activated, so they can't use it this turn, and then you put the pressure on next round where you can maybe knock them out before they get a go.
See if you can do that with Spidey. I'm done.
All right, well, you picked up, so this is the herb I pick up, and this is the vessel I'm going for.
That's right.
Is that what we determined?
Yeah, we determined that.
All right, let's go with Iron Man. Iron Man.
Dun, dun, dun,
So he's going to move. It's medium. And then that's his first action. He can do it again. He can move again. So I'm going to move. Is there
going to be within 1
Do I
to
want to
pick it up.
contest that thing? What does that do again?
If you interact with it, you are controlling it.
If you hit a certain number of dice.
If you don't hurt yourself. And then you score 3 VPs during the cleanup phase.
If you do hurt yourself, you don't gain power when you hurt yourself. I was going to say, could you hurt yourself and gain a power to then interact?
Because you got to spend one to interact anyway. Yeah.
So he's just going to move again. He's going to come here. And I have a feeling you're going to Killmonger me.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? He comes up here and...
then I'm going to... Actually, you know what? I'm going to go to here instead.
He's here to party.
I'm trying to get across the board after this. He's going to use his power, and he's going to pick up the herb.
Oh, this is cool. Killmonger's so fun. This is exactly who I want to play.
I was going to say, I feel like you're going to end up on a Crossbones, Baron Zemo, Killmonger.
Just like sword guys?
Well, fast
That's pretty
and
predictable.
hard to defeat and just it's like spiky.
Yeah, okay.
Bron's asking, how big are the model bases? So I believe we have an article on our site that has the measurements and stuff. Do you remember what the title of that was called so someone could search it?
All the base sizes.
Measurements of a Crisis Protocol core set?
Protocol.
Or something like that. You should be able to find it on our site if you Google something like that.
You know what's weird is I'm looking at the master shot up there. Your hair is getting way longer, and I'm getting more bald.
I'm stealing your hair.
It's like you're stealing my hair, yeah.
Huh.
Weird. All right. Not a good look for either of us, if you ask me. Let's get a medium ruler here.
Here you go. Dark Prince says 35 millimeter, 50 millimeter, 65 millimeter on the base sizes. Garth says recent convert to the game and loving it. Yeah, it's a blast. Dark Prince asks, are you enjoying the new characters so far? This is my first time playing with them.
Yeah, this is kind of the first time here too. Kind of. By that I mean I read the cards a while ago. Okay, one move for Killmonger. Now, range 2. Am I in range 2?
Yes.
Easily?
Not even.
Oh, look. Look at that. You can't claim cover for this, can you? It's like a...
It's smaller than us, so I don't think so.
Smaller than us. Okay, after this attack is resolved, I gain power equal to the damage dealt, so a pretty standard vibranium weapons attack, but it is amazing in that it is an energy attack on his base. So I like how they're finding ways to make these basic attacks a little more interesting. It also has Pierce, so any of your, any wilds will change your good things to bad things. Any wilds that I get, I can flip your dice to blanks and stuff.
Okay.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So this is energy.
So
I only
energy
have 3
attack.
defense.
That's right. I am Killmonger. Hi, Nathan. They're not unpainted. Nathan said your black and white menus look unpainted. He didn't say that
playing with
specifically.
unpainted minis makes me sad. That does not mean that he's saying that ours are. Mine are all painted. They're not done, but they got paint on them.
3 successes
And a crit.
with 1 critical.
No
hit
wilds,
coming
though.
in. No wild because
right.
this is life.
Rolling 3. Got 2 hits that mean nothing
That's right, they do.
because we're on defense and a skull.
Here's the wild. Oh, Mamma Mia.
All right. I have Invincible Iron Man. When this character would suffer damage, reduce the amount suffered by 1.
All damage, no matter what.
When I would suffer damage.
It's so lame.
I just reduce it by 1. It's not like the end of the world.
Okay.
So if you're new to the game, by the way, Steven rolls attack dice of 5, got 2 hits and a crit. I rolled defense and got nothing helpful for me. And then he has a crit, so that explodes into another die, and he got another hit.
And here's something really cool about Killmonger is this special forces ability. Once I'm at calculate success, I can spend a power and count blocks instead of hits. 4 successes.
He's fierce.
So that's cool. You're pretty consistent. 4 damage minus 1 is 3, so I'll gain 3 power and you take 3 damage.
And I gain 3 power as well. Because I took 3 damage.
That's the right sequence I want to be in, so you can't activate immediately and wreck me. Yay.
Okay.
Maybe I interact. Do I have to be within 1 of this thing?
Probably, which you are not.
Good luck. Yep. Okay.
Good luck. All right, yeah, proved it.
All right. Next up, Zach.
Pineapple U wants a close-up of Venom after Venom after the game. We can do that. We can try to do that.
Let me see if there's any way I can hurt you here.
Ducati asking when the Marvel packs will be in stock for Champions. He says, by the way, really, really enjoying the podcast. Just found them. That's awesome. Glad you're digging them. So we expect a reprint to happen with all those products. You can sign up on a wait list on our website, and you'll know as soon as we have them back in. But if I had to project, it's probably March-ish is when we expect to have core sets and all those expansions back. Oh, yeah, look at the tactic cards. How about that?
This is so cool. Yeah, I'll forget them all. But I have some aces up my sleeves.
We're like consistently play enough to not have full control and remember all the cards that are happening.
Yeah, but look at the art on the back of these is kind of the highlight for me. I just never get to see it. All right, go
Look
ahead.
at my art.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna try to knock Iron Man out at the beginning of this next turn.
Good luck. Who's gonna go first next round? You.
Me?
Unless I do something fancy.
Yeah, like lose a model.
Or like do something that activates 2 characters at once.
Yeah, that's not. You're not gonna do that.
Nope, can't do it.
I'm here for the movie.
Okay.
Oh,
Hello there. Venom,
you gonna hurt me?
he's a monster. He's a small movement. He's,
Just lumbering. Does he have web stuff though? You gotta read the card. He's got 5 superpowers.
yeah, I'm not even going to read it until we have the ability to bring the card up.
Okay.
I'm just going to play that.
Fair enough.
How about that? I know what I'm going to do. Look at that little bitty trash can compared to Venom. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's going to be annoying, actually.
You gonna get it out of here?
Nah, it's okay. It's gone. Okay, so I'm
It
going
did look annoying. Did you want to throw it or anything?
Nah,
You know
that's
it's gonna
fine.
do anything
I'm going to
trash.
spend a power to interact, and you said I roll how many dice on this thing?
Oh, for the bomb?
Yep.
Or I mean the meteor? Roll dice equal to the interacting character's energy defense.
2.
All right. So if the roll contains more things than the number of healthy enemy characters, so you need 1, basically 1 success, or wild.
And
or
any skulls
critical.
are damage.
Yeah. Okay, so that does not count. Okay, so you don't do anything.
Great.
You don't control it.
Nailed it.
Congratulations.
Way to go, Venom. All right, you're up.
That's it.
I moved twice. Got him in the middle of the board.
Okay. I feel like I should start clearing the way for the scoop here.
I just wanted to put Venom in the way of Black Panther.
Yeah,
Like
that's
if you move this way, Venom's ready
extremely reasonable.
to play ball.
Okay, so I've got a range 3 strike. I might just start taking some shots.
Ryan
actually.
Roper saying, are the tactics cards once per game? Yes, when you play them, you spend them and they go away, and then they're permanently gone. Nathan Bradley asking, is that an anti-Venom paint scheme? Yes, unintentionally, yes. I painted it, and I posted a picture of it this weekend, and someone was like, the anti-Venom scheme. And I was like, what's an anti-Venom? That's an anti-Venom. He's reverse colored.
All right, Doc Ock with Wall Crawler. Going to take a medium move.
He's got wall crawler?
He does.
That makes
counts.
sense.
Is that fully on?
I'll give it to you. It looks cool.
I mean, what else are we going to do? We can put him there if you want.
That's fine too. Oh, yeah, I thought you meant like he can reach it.
He can reach it, yeah. He can reach. He can get up there. Okay, but who do we want to face? Venom or Iron Man or Spidey?
It's always Spidey, right?
I guess I should have a game plan before I get up there.
The game plan's looking cool like a villain.
I agree. Let's pump Venom up and see what happens.
You're gonna pump him up?
Yeah,
You
do
shoot him
some
or
damage.
something?
Yeah, I got range 3 strike. I've yet begun to strike.
Yeah,
I think I've got it. All right, after resolve, I gain damage or stuff equal to the damage dealt.
Power.
And then flurry of arms. Each wild counts as 2 successes. And then if I get a crit, I get scientific hubris to get a power as well.
So I have a thing that cancels all your wilds.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
that sounds fun. Get ready.
Punch me.
It's a physical strike coming your way, Venom.
Ooh, he's a 4. And a wild. I don't remember what it does, but it's bad.
Counts as 2 successes.
A little Ric Flair there.
Yeah.
Rolling hot. You have some karma coming your way. Remember last time we played?
Yeah, I'm banked up though.
That's what I'm saying. You have good rolls stored.
That's how that works.
And I, on the other hand, don't. 3 skulls and a blank.
All right, so I'm currently sitting at 4. Each wild counts as 2 successes. Thank you, strike. So I'll just add that there.
So I'm taking 4 damage and gaining 4 power. That's what you're telling me.
That's right. And then I'm going to gain 4 power because I did 4 damage. Huh. Whew. You're getting wrecked.
I am.
If you like losing.
Thank you.
I love this movie. See, I don't like this. We're looking at Crisis Protocol, something we could do component-wise for this one too.
Yeah.
Because it's full of possibilities.
I think
feel
there's
like
a lot
some
of
ways
things to
make it happen.
make slightly easier. Was that your turn?
Yeah.
Just a casual 4 damage, 4 power swing. How about that?
You know, I mean, is Venom close to the death knell?
3 away?
Okay, that's not close enough. He's got 7 health.
Yeah. He's
a
also
big
got
boy.
the, where is it at? So many snacks. After an attack against this character is resolved, it can use the superpower. If the attacker is within 3, this character may make an attack against the attacker. The superpower can only be used once per turn. Can I use that? Can I get the power from that attack after that attack and use that ability?
What is that, after the attack thing?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll consult the manual, but I believe no.
Because that would be really good if I could, and less good if I couldn't.
Calculate success, resolve effects, apply damage, attack is resolved, resolve effects after the attack. I think so then.
Okay.
Because doesn't it happen after damage? You get the power right there, right?
I think so. Because after an attack against this character, it makes sense too. Because
I
like,
think this ability is better.
if not, then you would be in a situation where he could almost like he'd be knocked out most of the time.
Yeah.
When that ability would trigger.
Yeah.
I need to get another power token. So I'm going to attack you because you're within 3. And I'm going to use...
Any attack you want. Both of them are 3, I guess. That makes sense.
Yeah. There's We Are Venom. After this attack is resolved, this character removes a damage from itself for each damage inflicted.
That's pretty good after that.
There's also Symbiote Tendrils. After this attack is resolved, gain a power for each damage dealt to it. And
You size 3 everything?
gain the bleed. Yeah, I am size 3. He's a big boy.
Ooh, so you can make me bleed. That's a good counter strike because then it actually would trigger at the end of my activation.
The bleed.
Yeah. I've never actually seen bleed do damage, so that would be exciting.
I feel like it's got to be We Are Venom because it's 7 dice.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, but it costs 3 energy. That's why. I don't have the energy to do that. So, Symbiote Tendrils, here we go. Rolling 5.
What kind of attack is it?
Physical.
I've got a 4 physical defense.
He's pretty beefy. Crit and a wild. So that's good. Got a defense. I'll explode my crit
Where's my hubris?
into another wild. So 3. You got
-1.
1 shield, so it's 2. And you'll get a bleed special condition.
Ooh.
And I did 2, so I'll gain 2 power back.
And I took 2, so I'll gain 2 power.
So that's pretty good.
And my axe.
I spent 2, did 2 damage, gave you a bleed token, and also got my 2 power back.
You got a bleed token and everything?
I can get you one.
Give me that bleed token, would you? Man, see, I went to high power quickly. I'm at 7 power on the dock.
There's that.
Somebody called the doctor.
All right, and so that check marks him. Does the bleed happen now?
No, it's at the end of it's the cleanup phase, I think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So then now I get to go with Spidey.
Wow. How good.
Yes, correct.
Yes, how good indeed. It's more of an academic experience playing a minis game, you know?
Yeah, I'm just a little thinking about my life here.
I've seen the people that, have been playing it for 20 years, same army, and they're just like, bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, they're just quick. Even when we played a lot of games in December. What's up?
Bleed is at the end of my activation, so yeah, I would take 1 damage right now.
So your activation doesn't end till the after attack phase of
Absolutely,
my phase.
yeah.
All right. Do you get any power from that?
No. I'm almost certain I don't.
Just got. This is the minis game conundrum.
Oh my gosh.
Consult the compendium.
Can we get a what is that thing where you turn things into plastic? It's not like a superpower. Where you run it through the thing and it puts a sheet of plastic. It's like encases it.
Laminate?
Yeah, laminate. Thank you. We need to laminate like 3 pages on this book.
Yeah. Let me think.
And you get to go with Spidey.
Mm-hmm. All right, he's going to move long distance.
1 long distance.
He'll actually move here so you don't get that cover. And he's going to do impact webbing. So it's range 4. I roll 4 dice. And then after it's resolved, I'll gain an energy. And we're going to do this on the Black Panther. And it has a wild. If I get the wild, I can push you. Hitting you with the webs.
Don't do that. I just don't know where any of this lives.
What are we looking for?
We need the real rule book.
Nathan Bradley says status effects don't give power. Thanks for the help.
I just found it too. Max of 10 power, by the way.
Yep.
Good to know. Okay. Now, are you attacking me?
Yep. I'm doing the impact webbing on Black Panther.
Okay.
What's your physical defense on BP? 4. Man, you're a tanky little...
I'm a tanky little list. That's right.
1 hit.
Oh, see ya. So good, I knocked the lamp over.
That's right. You got the wild, so you're going to cancel it, right?
That's right. And when defending against physical or energy attacks, I add blanks to my defense roll.
He seems good.
I've got vibranium armor.
After the stack is resolved, the character gains a power. So I don't do anything, but I do gain a power.
So we're really setting up the moment here, aren't we?
Yeah. Next turn is the turn. Okay, so end of round. We do cleanup and scoring, right?
I've got it.
Hit me with it.
Coming at you. Is anybody controlling these things? Nobody is, right? Nobody's controlling
failed.
anything. Players score victory points from crisis cards. No crisis card. We're not contesting the hoop over here, are we?
Nope.
Resolve player effects that occur during the cleanup phase. Any of those?
I don't have any.
Any daze tokens? None of those. Whoever activated the last during the activation phase, if they have it, they pass it. I have it currently, so no passies. Remove all activated tokens from characters and move the round to the next round on the mission tracker. Round 2.
Ding, ding.
Ding.
In the beginning of the round, we're going to gain power on each of our heroes.
That's right. You got more singles?
Yeah, right.
I got one on the floor, too. All right. So we need to take out the trash here.
Let me look at my cards really quickly. Not going to do anything.
Okay. So if Black Panther had power, I would feel good about my opportunities here. Doc Ock definitely does have the goods. And Killmonger has so many goods, it's out of control.
It really just depends on who you want to send to the party first.
Isn't that the case? Okay, one template on the board at a time, right? Can you give me the medium?
It was one movement and one measurement template, right?
Oh, cool.
Isn't
So
that
we
what we
can
figured
do
out
some
last time?
geometry, yeah. And then what's my range on that? Range is 2. You think that's range 2 there?
Mm-mm.
No, right on.
You going after Venom?
Well, so here's the thing. I don't think Spider-Man can do anything to Black Panther, so I'm looking to clear the way.
You don't want him in the way. I see you.
And I have Venom, who, if dazed, would be devastating to your turn. And I have Iron Man, if dazed, would be devastating to your turn. Killmonger on Iron Man is like all day, every day. That's already happened. It's already done, basically. Like, you don't even really need to roll the dice. It's that consistently going to happen. Because he gets 2 extra dice if he makes an attack the second time against the same target.
So you have to both attacks on Iron Man.
Slap, slap. So Iron Man goes down on that one. Doc Ock could probably take Venom out, which I feel like would definitely slow down that 5 energy train.
Freight
over there.
train? Yeah.
Iron Man, what are you going to do? What could you possibly do? Homing rockets? Nobody cares about that. Let's take a look.
Oof. Got a lot of heat coming in from over there.
Highest threat value, that's Venom. I might usurp Venom's throne.
That sounds like a cool tactic card.
Yeah. That character is controlling player. That's 2 dice when attacking me. So this is cool. This is usurp the throne here. I can spend 3 power to play this card.
Okay.
This round, Killmonger adds 2 dice to his attack rolls when attacking the enemy character with the highest threat value. If Killmonger dazes or KOs that character this round, his controlling player scores 2 victory points. If there's a tie for highest threat, Killmonger's controller chooses one to be affected by this card. What's your highest threat? It isn't Iron Man, is it?
No.
It's the explicitly not the one. That's why you did that strategically. Very nice. So I could
Venom and Spider-Man are my highest threat.
Yeah. And then Wakanda Forever, every Wakanda thing can spend 1 and everybody makes a free attack, which is nuts.
That's crazy.
In fact, maybe I do that right now.
Yeah.
Because Black Panther gets 1 on...
But you'd have to be going with Black Panther because he needs to move to make it relevant.
I'm not in 2, huh? All right, tactics. Let's think about it. I think I'm going to take the sure thing and just take down Iron Man while I've got the chance.
All right.
Does that seem like a good idea to you?
Seems pretty good to me.
All right, well, let's kick it off with...
What do I get from holding this herb?
You're immune to stuff. Hold on, that's relevant. immune to slow and stagger, and you add 1 die to physical attack rolls. So I'm probably going to pick that up on my... can I just pick that up and just run away? So you can never dunk it?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know if you can interact with it. So you can
No,
never...
it says pick up your herb.
Okay.
Bummer. All right, Zach.
Somehow the herb knows.
Here's some vibranium weapons coming for you.
All right.
Because you're immune to stagger, so I'm not going to bother with a Black Ops strike, which would stagger you.
Okay.
It is a 5-die attack. It's energy. And it's happening now.
Okay.
Do you have anything weird? Any interrupts? I have an action? Anything like that?
I have nothing. What kind of attack is this?
Physical. No, energy.
It's physical.
Energy attack.
Blanks. Not blanks. It's anti-blanks.
Yay. 3 with a crit. I'll roll that in shortly.
A crit.
Also a crit.
I'll explode my crit.
There's a blank.
A crit.
All right, so I would get 1 damage through, but it'd be -1.
Well, it's -1 to a minimum of 1.
Okay,
So
cool.
I have to take a 1.
Okay, that's fine.
So I take 1?
Do I have any wilds? Nope. Yeah,
You could pay to reroll 1.
I could, but I'm not going to. I've got it. Maybe I should.
I feel like you should. If you get a hit, you just knock me out.
Oh, that's true.
My Iron Man thing would make it go down to
Yeah,
1. It doesn't
yeah,
matter. I wouldn't do it.
We did it. Okay, so take your 1
Logic.
damage. I'll gain 1 power. There's 3 replacement and 1 up. Okay, cool. So Black Panther, swing, 1 damage, ching, and now you're 1 health away.
1
Is that
away.
right? So it's now a 7-die attack.
Yikes. And he gets this because you're attacking me a second time in a round.
It's called Focus on the Kill. If this character makes an attack against the character has already made an attack against this turn, add 2 dice to the attack roll.
And he also, doesn't he have the, like, I can move and attack you ability?
He has charge.
So you could charge, do the attack, and do the second attack at +3 dice.
That's right.
Super good.
He's a monster.
Yeah, this game is going bad. I have a bad feeling about this.
I've got rerolls for days if I need to. I'll use that ability if I have
You're
to.
not going to need to.
I don't
4
need
hits
to,
and a
yeah.
crit.
Yeah, that's devastation.
To 2 skulls and a crit. Oh, I only roll 3 too. It doesn't matter. You got me. Okay, so I will gain 1 power.
I will
and
too.
Be knocked out. He's
Be
knocked out.
dazed.
And this
then
falls?
I think I put it within 1 of range 1 of wherever. And let's just put it.
Which is basically just to make it harder for me to get.
Now here's the other thing. I get this sweet Killmonger counter. When I daze or KO an
Ooh.
enemy character, I gain a kill count token. When it's attacking, it may reroll 1 die in its attack roll for each kill count token it has.
Jeez.
Killmonger's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, so this it's game over, Zach.
All right, mine?
See you later. Yeah.
Well, let's think about this. I think.
Thank you, Justin. Yes, that is correct. Special conditions are not enemy effects.
All right. You ready for this? I can't go with Iron Man. So, c'est la vie.
You say within 2. Matthew said within 2 on the herb, I think. Let's just make it
Making
worse
it a
for you.
challenge. Yeah,
You know
forget
what?
the herb.
Hold on.
Get
Let's.
out of here.
Can we interact with this boy?
You have to be within 1, right?
Yeah.
You were so close, so far away.
This close.
Now, you could have charged me to move and make the attack. You had a bunch of
let's
power.
do that. You want to do that?
Yeah, and so you should be within 1.
Okay, so I'll just cash in 2
Tactically,
power.
that would have been very good.
We'll do that.
Now you're within 1.
Days on, and then let's spend 1 interact.
And I'm not healthy anymore, so...
my
yeah, I'm not healthy. I don't
physical
think it is.
defense.
Wait, I think it
Yay.
said energy defense.
Did I say that? I think I did. You're completely right. Yes.
Because I only had a 2 with Venom, which is
Yeah.
way worse
Yeah.
for me. It's like, wait a second.
All
You
right,
script
3.
the flip.
So let's try to control a shard. I got it. A wild.
Boo.
Uh,
Boo.
So now control the origin bomb, and if there's a skull, the interacting character suffers a damage. No. Damaged.
All right.
I control that. I
You
don't
ready?
know what we need to do here. I'll put a little control-y beacon on it.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Venom's going. The first thing we're going to use is We Are Venom. It's amazing. It's a 7-die attack. Also, when Venom is attacking, the defending character cannot modify their defense dice.
What?
Buyer beware. He's unmodifiable. For each point of damage I do here, I'm going to heal a damage. So I'm going to attack Gobs.
Oh,
or
right on.
what's his
Octopus.
face? The Doc.
All right, do I have anything weird that I want to do in response? No.
We are Venom. Oh, we have the pops now. Great.
We are Venom.
Yeah, normally it's said like really creepily and stuff. Yeah, Matthew Morales. We can't. We kind of figured it out.
Can't
You
pick up the herb.
Can't pick up the herb.
We dropped your herb over here, and then I interacted with this, and it says you control it. You don't pick it up. I think everything says pick up that you would pick up.
We just know you're controlling it. All right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
We are venoming you.
Thank you.
These are yours. This is a physical attack. Come on, I need good stuff.
That's good.
Pretty good. 2 crits, a hit, and a wild.
Oh yeah, because then you knock out the Doc.
That's my goal.
But then does Black Panther, is he able to make the scoop and come over here and wreck Venom?
Well,
that's the question.
For every point of damage I do here, I heal 1. So go ahead and roll your physical defense.
So I need you to do none. That's all right. I got crits, and I'll get some power here. And what do I have? What's my 5? So I can take 2 damage and be just fine. Okay, so just don't roll. Wait, nope, no matter what, it's bad.
All right,
Let's see if I got a card for this.
How much health do you have left?
I got 2 left.
Oh,
so
you're going
yeah,
downtown.
He's going downtown here.
All right.
All right, yeah, you got me.
Okay, so then I roll my 2 crits.
Yeah.
I got 1, so I end up doing 5 minus your 2 is 3.
But you can only do 2.
Yep, so I will do 2, heal 2. Venom's cool. I like what's happening here. Ding. Man, I thought I was going to get the activation step on you here.
I
then
lost strategically. My scientific hubris is not available. I'm not very scientific, I guess.
if I push you, does that push you into terrain?
No, pushes don't, throws do.
Got you. Because I could.
Sometimes I swoop in with that confidence.
Like you know what's going on?
It's like I remember reading that 7,000 times in the yearbook. Rule book. If I was reading it in the yearbook, something's gone terribly wrong.
Yes.
17-year-old Steven, I want you to know this rule from a future game.
Most likely to push.
Most likely to need a rule book later in life.
Let's go. I'm going to use a...
I'm glad somebody did the same thing. We are Venom, bum ba dum ba dum bum bum. I did that earlier.
Yes, you did. This is tough.
Ducati, I got you. That's exactly what I was thinking earlier. I was
So-
really singing it in this room.
Here's the thing. If I use web snare on Venom, it says push an enemy character within 4 toward this character, medium. A character can be pushed by the superpower only once per turn.
You can't push a dead man or a
No, no,
defeated character.
Black Panther.
Okay, cool.
So he's within 4, I think. Yeah. So I can push him a medium towards me.
That's going to stop at the car.
It would just collide with the car?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. So instead, I'm going
Man,
to...
you just got web everywhere.
Yeah, they're web dudes. The web
What
bros.
was-
The
what
web
was the
bros.
giveaway?
Yeah. I'm going to spend 1 to interact with this. I'm going to roll 2 dice and try to pick it up again or control it.
Good luck. You're really choosing your best model to do that.
Take a damage.
Can I just take one for the for your trouble?
Sweet. Then I'm going to move. You can only move once per turn. What's his movement?
No, that's not true. Oh wait, do you have the herb?
No, you can only move once.
Yeah, that's true.
What's his movement?
Long.
Just checking from my base, you know. I'm going to move.
Is Venom a wall crawler? Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
of
he
course.
is.
Because the game knows how to handle things.
And Doc is knocked out.
I think Iron Man may be dead next turn. Defeated.
Knocked out?
I mean, Killmonger can just sit here and do the double attack whammo.
You're gonna use the Killmonger.
I might
Call
use
out.
usurp the third. Well, no, he's not the biggest model. I really needed to get over to Venom to make that happen, which I suppose I could.
Venom's just going to move. He's going to move to this side.
Can the boys read these comments?
Johanny, we can.
We can. We're here.
We Sabine friends.
We're here with you.
Web friends. All right, so that was Venom. Check.
You're asking for a Killmongering.
If you want to Killmonger Venom, be my guest.
I really do.
That's what he does. He Killmongers.
Yeah.
Stack up those
It
tokens.
seems like an advantage in this game to be able to just daze things.
Seems good.
Okay, so Spidey, you're also a long mover.
Yep.
So we're just going to be tangoing until the end of time here. but you can also push me into all sorts of things. So there's a piece of me that just wants to go try to take you down.
Spidey,
Yeah.
bring it on, man. I feel like
I don't have any power. I need to get beat up a little bit.
what's his he's got a long move.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm
like
gonna slide behind this building, I think.
you could also like move this way, still attack Spider-Man. Like if you have range, I don't know what it
I
is.
got range 2.
But like you're ultimately trying to get here to dunk, right?
Yeah, I really would like to dunk.
Spider-Man's gonna try to make you not dunk.
Right, and I feel like you're just gonna throw me around the board
That is the goal.
as I'm trying to like move. It's gonna be impossible. So maybe the objectives are shifting now.
Wyatt asking which of our videos should he watch to learn the base game rules. So we did a couple videos a couple months ago. You can find them if you look at our YouTube channel. But basically, it was how to play Crisis Protocol and then breaking down a game of Crisis Protocol. So the how to play is I think like an hour and a half, 2 hours where we literally just teach you the game, and then the breaking down is actually 4 hours where we break down every decision, every move, and we really cover.
We
the
tried,
bases.
at least, I guess we could
I
say.
thought it was. I mean, it was a 4-hour stream, so.
We definitely did something. Okay, Zach, I like your plan.
Thanks.
Let's get within 2 of you. We agree that I can get there in a long movement.
Yep. You want to go here?
I can't really go over the car though. I don't have any jumpy abilities.
Can't
But
you-
I can slide
The
through.
car's the same size as you, though, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay, and then let's do a free attack.
All right.
Try to get some power and see what's going on. Strike with Black Panther. We go with that. All right, here comes 3,
And this is
4,
physical?
5 physical strike. I'm going to gain power equal to damage dealt. And before damage is dealt, I can push the target away from this character a small amount.
If you hit or just period?
Before damage is dealt.
All right. Seems good.
That's really good.
Just auto movement.
Didn't even say on hit. Okay, not bad. A wild, critical, and a attacky.
Seems good. I got a crit and a hit. And Spider-Man has Spider Sense. When he's defending against physical or energy, he can reroll 2 of his dice.
Okay.
So you have any crits? You'll explode first.
I'll explode first. Here we go. Nothing.
I'll explode. Nothing. And then I'll reroll these 2.
You can reroll 2 of them?
Up to 2.
Super good.
Double blanks. So I cancel 1.
All right, so I got 3 damage coming your way. Now, before damage is dealt, I can push you. That doesn't cancel the attack, does it?
Nope.
You said that with a lot of confidence, too. I like that.
You
Push
should-
you
well,
away.
How many?
As far away as I
Small?
can.
What's
Small. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Sending him off the map. Just kidding. You can't do that. He's close, though.
Look, that's a cool scene. Look at us.
And then I take
fighting.
2 and gain 2 power.
Yeah, that seems good, yeah. I'll take 2 power as well.
Spidey's ready to rumble.
Just wanted to power you up a little bit, see what
Thank
you were
you.
capable of. And then let me make sure I don't have any weird cards that I want to use. It looks like Venom's about to just roll in here and
Play the game. Yeah, I gotta look at these as well. What are you reading over there? What's your card of choice?
This to me is the part where I feel a little overwhelmed.
It's just like you have to
know what I
read.
mean? Like it's like I could be playing this better and then I realize it and then I feel like I need to use the same cards every game for like the next. Did you have range on whatever you needed there?
Yep.
I need full description on what
What's
you just
happening?
measured and if it was
So there's a
good or bad.
There's a tactics card called Lethal Protector. When an enemy character targets an allied character within 3 of an allied Venom, which it's reverse of what I wanted. So when an enemy character targets an allied character within 3 of Venom, Venom can spend 2 to play his card. Place Venom within 1, and he becomes the target.
Okay, so he gets to jump in
Yeah.
there. Okay, I don't want to play any of these cards. I'm totally good.
What I really want, which is not the case, if you were within 2 of Venom, I could play Uneasy Allies. During their activation, when Spider-Man or Venom targets an enemy character with an attack that is within 2 of the other ally, both characters may suffer a damage to play his card, add 3 dice to the attack roll.
That's pretty
so
good.
if you're within 2 of both of them, I can add 3.
That's pretty good. Yohani, yeah, I remember Android Netrunner. Those are good times.
I played it.
We played it last weekend.
yeah.
Actually, played it last weekend. Hello, Steve, Zach. Love chilling and watching every Monday. Thank you, Daniel Scott. That's great. I've been playing Skytier a bunch locally, and it's picking up in popularity. And I wonder if it was something you would show off here sometime. You know what?
Did you play that this weekend?
I'll do you one better. I won't just show it off, I'll show it on. I've got it right here. It looks good too. You guys see this? I feel like some of those board game channels, you know, where you're just holding up a box. It's kind of awkward. All of them.
Yep.
This looks great. It looks great.
Too much. We might play it on stream. You never know.
I can't wait to play it. We're going to check it out and see if we want to get it on camera.
Echo saying, any idea when you open up more hero subs for Marvel Champions, please?
No.
We don't know.
Not really. A couple weeks, 3 weeks, 4 months?
First several releases for an LCG are always, or historically have been very hit and miss.
100% of the time, historically.
Hopefully that's not the case, but we'll open those as soon as we're comfortable that supply is like normalized and we'll have access to fulfill all those. So if you sign up for the wait list, you'll be notified when we have those, and we're hoping that in the next couple of releases we'll be comfortable enough to do that. So next month or two at the most. All right, he's dazed. Am I good to go with Spider-Man yet?
Yeah, you're good. I'm done. Joe. Oh, the Dark Prince. He can also We Are Venom off Lethal Protector, which is so cool. So think about that. Is that the one that heals you and then you get to do the 3 extra dice?
So the Protector thing is like I make you target Venom, and then he can do the so many snacks.
Oh, we can react to, yeah, cool. Joe, off topic, I know you guys don't use health dials for champions, but any chance you're going to make character-themed health dials? Probably not. But character-themed boards? Maybe. Also, off topic, Yohani, what do you guys think about Oath from Leader Games? Haven't seen it. Not a word about it. I don't know anything. And then Rebecca says, I arrange my tactics cards by their prereqs, usually range, which helps me glance over and see what might be applicable in a given moment. Is it applicable or applicable?
I think it's either one.
Whatever you want it to be.
Right.
It's a new age. It's like words. They can be what you want them to be these days.
I like this idea. So this is a free.
Hey, I'm about to rock your world.
Yeah,
Ready for
but
this?
you're not.
Spider-Man's
You're
going
not.
to
I'm
move. He's going to move along. Get it? I don't know why I like that joke. I really like that joke. I don't know why.
For me.
Yeah. Whew. Is it warm here to anybody else?
It is, yeah. I'll see if I can-
Lord, no one else should be here. Just open all the doors. All right, so he's going to move, and then he's going to use some superpowers because that's what he do. First thing I'm going to do is Web-a-Pult. So it costs me 3. Choose an interactive terrain feature or an enemy character, both of size 2 or less, within 3, and throw it small. So I'm going to throw this car a small, and you can bet I'm going to throw it at you. Or should I throw you? I should throw you so you can't dodge it. Yeah, I'm going to throw a Black Panther.
I've got Brace for Impact. Just be aware of that.
What does that mean?
If one or more allied characters would suffer a collision, they may each spend 1 to play this card. Characters that spent power do not suffer damage from this collision.
That's fine.
I'm not planning on suffering damage from this collision.
That's fine. I'm going to throw you a small.
1 small coming up. Do you have to hit first or anything? Or?
I don't think so.
No, you just web me?
And throw it small.
All right, yeah, that
right,
makes
so I'm
sense.
gonna
That's probably
throw
why you're
you-
so good.
Here. And you're going to bump into this car.
Yeah?
And then what's your card say? Are you going to do it?
I don't know. I mean, it's just an immediate 1 damage, right? And the terrain stays on the board because it's the same size as me.
Yep.
Things into characters is dodge roll. As characters into things is an instant 1 damage, yeah? That's right, yeah?
You being thrown into something, you don't get to make a dodge roll.
It's always just 1 damage.
The car throwing at you would be a dodge roll.
What's so bad about 1 damage? Nothing,
I don't
right?
think anything is overly
All
bad
right, I'll
about
take 1 damage. It's fine.
Gain a power even. Then with my second
My
action,
next number.
let's...
Could you make a Hulk anger board that tracks how many dice he gets to add to attacks? We could. We could indeed. I don't know what we're going to do. This game's got a lot of little things.
These are yours.
And
We're going to look at it.
yeah, it makes
I'll
me
say that.
nervous.
Spider-Man is going to strike. So I'm just rolling 5 dice.
Oh, this is easy mode. Spider-Man versus Black Panther. I've got vibranium armor. What?
Great. 2 hits.
Is this a physical attack?
Yes, why not?
All right, so I'm going to get blanks in my defense roll as well. So 2.
Skull.
Thank you, but 2 successes.
All right, nothing happens.
All right.
Sweet. Then I'm going to use power to interact. I get to roll my energy defense with the thingy. What is it called? The
Thinga?
The comet, the asteroid.
That's the deadly meteors mutate civilians. Origin bomb.
I named 2 celestial bodies and missed both times.
It's an origin bomb.
All right,
whatever
so
that
I need
means.
something good here. Got it. So now I'm controlling that.
Yeah, put a little face on it or a
I'm gonna
little
do the
like your
purple
hand
thing.
reaching out. I like that one.
Is that all right?
Yeah, I mean it's in theme. It's spidery.
There you go. Double stack it.
Thanks.
So I control it.
As I was saying, all these tokens make me nervous. All right, you control it. Are we good?
End of round, yes. So scoring.
Here we go.
Here we
I mean,
go.
we know how to do it, but I like to go down the run here.
Get some points on the board.
Look at Nathan. Hold on, Nathan. You say something good or bad? Should we read this on the air? Oh, it's a great thing. Read that on the air.
I'll
would
read
you?
it. All right. It's a great thing. Nathan, Bradley, thank you so much for saying this. But he says, I've had your Champions of Christ Protocol subscriptions for a few months now and wanted to say that it was the best decision I've made as a gaming consumer. First subscription services provider won't be the last. Highly recommended. That's awesome to hear.
It's awesome, Nathan. Great. It's a struggle every moment.
Ducati says, nice. We're just getting silly now. Just let it go, guys. The fun will roll.
Yeah, this is also what minis games do to me. They get me a little loopy.
Yeah. That's just the
Um,
heat for me.
Player score victory points from crisis cards. Mark these points on the mission tracker. Okay, let's start with the Daily Bugler. 3 victory points for anyone controlling the most origin bombs.
We each have 1.
Awesome. That'd be 0 points.
I feel like we're going nowhere fast with this scenario.
Unless, do we control the most because we control the most together? Like 1 and 1 is the most in a field of 1, right? It's better than 0.
It's either we're both or neither of us. you
We're
know?
both winning or we're neither winning. What do you like?
I would lean towards points being scored.
Yeah, let's just score some points.
We each get 3. How about that?
Okay.
This might be the first game that's won by like a knockout victory.
Yeah, 3. I think 3 that would happen more often, especially with Killmonger just standing on the suit over here. And then nobody has dunked an herb, right?
No herb dunking.
Okay. And then cleanup phase stuff happens. I guess Doc Ock comes back to life, right? As does Iron Man.
Yep. He flips though.
And all of my damage and bleed goes away. So that's good.
Garth says, off topic, you were both passionate about Destiny and would love to hear your thoughts about the not known fate of the game in another video. Do you feel it may come back with a Marvel theme, etc.? We did a whole podcast about the end of Destiny.
Here's the thing. I think that was a manufacturing issue. It seems like with all of the delays, I think the
You're trying to get that off the board. It's just not working.
I think the dice were just hard to make.
Yeah.
We kept hearing whispers of that from various weird circles, like not official circles, but like players, beta testers, etc. Like, oh, well, apparently the dice are really hard to make. So I doubt that they would look to do that again. I don't think anyone's happy with how that one ended or went.
At least in a collectible manner.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
once you get to the like having to match a die with a card, it's just a nightmare. But they only hit, I think, 1 set on the actual 4-month interval that they intended out of 9. So I think that alone points to some serious issues with that game. Because you see something like Arkham, which came out around the same time, they pretty much hit at least monthly, and they have the supplement stuff also going on. That hasn't really been a problem. The only difference is one has dice and one doesn't. So we'll see what happens, but maybe they will use the tech, maybe they won't, and only time will tell.
This is a fascinating little turn here, Zach. Just fascinating. I think I know what I need to do. First of all, we need to clear these activated tokens out of here. Thanks for your help. And next up, I think, so here's, let me walk you through my master plan. I guess I don't need the cleanup phase any longer. So I think I move my Black Panther long while I've got it, and then I think I attack Venom, and then I think a Wakanda Forever to get 2 free attacks here, 1 on Iron Man, 1 on Venom, and then by that time Venom is hopefully down, and I've got a clear shot to the basket for next turn.
Yeah, I mean,
unless Spidey does something.
if you can knock Venom out, that's huge.
Yeah.
But you know, the other thing about that
It's
is,
taking 3 damage, right? So I only need to do 4,
yes,
and I've got a reroll.
and you have 2 attacks, so that's
I've got
pretty
2
sweet.
attacks.
Be aware though, after
Oh.
after an attack, he can use so many snacks, which cost 2 to attack, So he can attack you back. If you do enough damage to me, I can attack you with We Are Venom, where I heal for every point of damage that I do.
Yeah, that's a physical attack there.
Yeah.
So I got my vibranium armor that would be good against that. So
What does that do? Can you tell me? You keep saying it like it's
no,
good.
I can't say anything about it. Actually.
But all that to say, essentially, if you come in and attack and do 4 damage to me, I'm going to be able to hit you back with my potential heal on Venom. So
yeah, that's a problem.
buyer beware.
Now I've got this kinetic burst. When making this attack during the pay power cost step, I may spend up to 3 additional power to add 1 die to the attack. And then it's got wild explosive force. After it's resolved, other characters within 2 of this character are pushed away from this character a small. Pushed characters suffer 1 damage.
That seems good.
Man, a lot of thinking.
Yeah, you have a lot of options. Take your time. We're just hanging.
Doc Ock also can come in here with the arm lasers and just try to lay Venom down right there and just call it a day. What's the range on your snack mode?
Well, the snack is if the attack is within 3,
Okay.
and We Are Venom is also within 3.
Ugh. Doc Ock's got a 4 range, so I could move and try to get a free one on you.
Yeah.
That's not-
I mean, if you could get a 1 or 2 damage on him, I guess actually if you do 4 damage to you, knock me out. So I can't do that combo unless I'm knocked out.
Okay, cool. So no healies. Let's just do the fun one. So I feel like I should do. Yeah. I should do that. Ooh, and I can take on the mantle of the Black Panther and reroll my attack dice this turn.
Is that once a game?
No. It's right here.
What is that? Oh, it's just
2
a
power
ability?
reroll of my attack dice. And then I could pounce to move a small and then take a long move, but then I'm out of power. And so I kind of want to do this kinetic burst. 6 instead of 5 dice. What's your energy defense? Low, right?
2.
Yeah, that's what we need. So let's start with, I'm going to take on the mantle of the Black Panther.
Seems cool.
2 power. Reroll all attack dice.
Okay. You gonna pounce?
Ooh, I don't get any back. Ah, I need these power so I can make that second attack. Yeah, all right, we're going to make it even riskier. Next, we're going to move. Give me that L, would you? You're right. Whoever is saying this, the Dark Prince, you're correct. Doc Ock is the better option because of the energy defense. But we're not here for good options. We're here for good stories. That would be a good mission statement for a miniatures game. Good stories, not good options. Maybe just for me. Give me the, yeah, right. Let's sell 1 copy.
Look at you.
Yeah,
Pythagoras?
in my other life, I was a geometrist.
1 template rule?
No, you can have 1 movement and 1 attacky.
Oh, nice.
All right, so I have 1 action remaining.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here are the things I can do. I can take 2 5-die attacks against, what is your roll?
What kind of attack is it?
Physical.
4.
Or I can take 1 6-die attack against your kinetic
You can
burst.
reroll all your dice this round?
Yes.
So I would do the 2 attack thing.
But that also gives you 2 opportunities to respond, right?
But like you just need 1 of them to go wrong.
That sounds like what
Like
I'm
you
into.
get 2 chances with a reroll, and I
Yeah.
get 2 chances without a reroll.
And you're not going to get any heals. There's no way
There's
for you to
no
heal
way.
on
I
this.
can't get enough power to do
Okay.
that.
But you could technically just knock Black Panther out if it went really bad.
Well, like on the first attack, I can use this. If you do like a damage to me, I can attack you back, but it would only be a strike.
Okay.
So I get 5.
And I've got vibranium armor. I'm not worried.
So technically, there is a way this goes really bad for you.
Yes.
So if you do, no, it's only once per round. You're good.
Yeah. There's no way this goes bad for me.
Famous last words.
Here comes a strike. Standard strike.
So you're choosing the 2 attack option.
I'm choosing the 2 attack option.
Now, do I get cover? No, I don't.
I don't think so. Does it have to say range or something?
No, it's just an attack. But this is what's the size? 2? I'm a 3 size.
Yeah, you're a 3. I can see your head.
Yep. Wait, let me see if you have true line of sight.
Actually, no, wait.
Just
Do you
kidding.
get cover? Is it anything in between you and the thing? I think line of sight, I can see you, but cover you would get if there's any terrain between me and you.
I'll
Get the
visit.
laminated cover sheet, would you? If that's the case, I'm going to change my move a little bit, as you might expect.
Do, 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 do. This is my favorite part of playing games.
It's untrue.
Consult the compendium.
It's untrue. I'm going to wish that I went with the dock option.
Too late now.
My whole life is about getting this herb to this basket.
My favorite part of this is that the chat usually answers about the time we find it,
Yeah.
but you can't
No
rely
cover
on
if the defender's within range 2. Thank you, Nathan's on it. Because that's melee range in this game.
Melee.
Why? Okay. Here we go. Physical attack coming your way. Oof. Not bad.
Hot fire.
Okay, so a wild and a crit.
And you're gonna
All I've got then.
explode and reroll,
I'm
right?
going to explode 1. And
You have to
then I'm
reroll
gonna
first, or can you explode first?
It's in the chart.
I'm just here.
Oh!
Ooh, 2 crits.
Ooh.
And a skull.
Roll attack dice, resolve criticals, then modify.
All right, so you get a crit. and
Here
then
comes
you
the
get a
crit.
reroll. Got the hit, and also then reroll your blankies.
You reroll your crits first, or you add your.
Oh, 2 more defense. How about a 4? You get to reroll those 3 dice, right?
Yeah. Hold on, I got to think about this now. I'm scared.
It's going well for old Venom. I lured you.
Oh, not
my.
well enough. Welcome to 3 more hits.
All right, so I stopped 4,
The pain train is here.
so I take 2, and I gain 2 power. And then I'm gonna so many snacks. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna pay
so
2,
you get to hit me back.
and I
here.
get to attack, but I don't get to do the one that would heal me.
That's right.
So I have 5 die physical, and if I gain power equal to damage, and then you gain a bleed special condition after the attack.
Oh, hold on. How much damage did I do?
2. So you gain 2 power from that.
I'm gaining 2 power, but I was going to gain it in check marks.
Here's more power if you need it.
Thank you. 2 power. Done. And then, ooh, I can technically push you away from me before I deal damage. Would that put you out of range?
Yes, but then can you range me on your second attack?
No, I can't. So, no.
I wouldn't
Don't want
push
it.
me, no.
Yeah, don't want it. No, thanks.
I'll let you, though.
No,
You
it's
know?
fine.
All right, we're going to do a physical attack. This is symbiote tendrils.
All right, I've got 4 defense with vibranium armor.
Still don't remember what that... 3 hits, 2 wilds. That's a 5 special. How much health you got over there?
5, 6.
Uh-oh, if you blank skis, your blanks count, though, right? There it is. That's what the armor does, eh?
That's
Or the-
right.
Whatever it is.
You figured it out. It's cap time. 3
Devil.
successes, man.
So it's a wild 2 blanks, but the blanks also count.
This is what it feels like.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
so you,
Captain America, busted.
you will take 2, and I will gain 2 power.
saying? Okay. 2 damage done. Ding. And I will gain 2 power.
And you gain a bleed token.
3, and then 2 power. And a bleed token?
Yep.
Man, that's great. Actually, he's one of the better reactive models there.
Venom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then Wakanda Forever.
Cancel it.
Any number of allied Wakanda characters may spend 1 to play this card. Killmonger and Black Panther are each spending 1. Each character that spent 1 may immediately make an attack with a cost of 0. We'll start with Black Panther because that's the one that matters.
I don't know if this is true, but Bealtan says Black Panther push after the attack is a must effect. In which case, I would have gone with a 6-die energy attack with a reroll instead of
Yeah, I
the,
probably would have done that. So
you
we just
We'll just play it as it is. Play it as it lies, but maybe we learn from this. If it's mandatory, that's a good thing to know.
because you're just so strong. There's no way you can choose to not push him. Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. I mean, it says it right there. Before
Verified.
damage is out, it doesn't say you may. It says push the target. Here's an attack. It's all right, I got a reroll coming. Don't
All right.
worry. Don't worry, boss.
I got 1 block.
Okay, here we go. So I need how much damage here?
2.
Here's the mantle of Black Panther.
Got it.
4 damage.
All right. So I only have 2 health left. I'll take 2 damage. I'll take 2 power because I took 2 damage. And then I am dazed or knocked out or confused or whatever it is.
Okay. And then, check this out. So I've taken my 2 actions. I played Wakanda Forever. I'm going to use a superpower that doesn't have an action. 2 for a pounce.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait, no, it's not going to work. I'm thrown small, so I would just throw myself into those cards if I
You
wanted
can
to.
throw yourself over here.
All right, let's try it.
I got you.
Thank you.
That's pretty all right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, look at the flavor. He's making a drive down the court.
Do you know, do I keep controlling this forever or
I
do I
think
have to
so.
stay
I think
there?
it's like we press a code in and it's now controlled. And then until somebody flips it, it's ours forever.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I get that idea. Oh, I need to attack with with Killmonger as well. So here's a free attack against Iron Man. Get ready. 5 dice coming in.
What kind of attack is
That
this?
was a convenient dice pull. It is a physical attack.
All right, so you got 2 hits. 3 blocks.
Whoa! All right, I don't have any pierces, but I do have a special thing. Nope, don't want to use that. Don't want to use that. And kill count, I get 1 reroll for each kill count token I have.
So you got to reroll 1 of your dice.
That's right. Not going to do much.
Nailed it.
All right, it's fine. I got some.
Hold on, I got to find this. There it is.
There's
token.
nothing but possibilities there, you know?
All right, now I actually get to go.
That's right. That was a good turn. I think that worked. Did I do everything right? Aside from the
Iron
push?
Man is not pleased. So, Iron Man. How many health does Killmonger have left?
Killmonger has
My
5 health left.
goodness.
It's a monster. You have to throw and push the maximum distance. Keep that in mind.
That makes sense.
Thank you, Bealtian. You ever worried you're going to say somebody's name and it's like something very inappropriate
Yes.
all the time?
Every time I'm on chat like this.
That's why we should never go live. Wait. Oh no.
We're live. Oh, man. Why not? You know, YOLO, I think is what the kids say.
YOLO.
Let's go with Iron Man. He's going to Friday AI during the next attack action made this character turn. Add 2 dice to the attack roll. Let me just look at these really quick. Nope, nope, nope.
He's doing all right back there?
It's hard to keep up.
Oh, yeah.
Friday AI
Hard working crew. right
plus
behind the
2.
cameras
We're going to
there.
do a repulsor blast. What's old Killmonger's energy defense?
Daniel, you're totally right. The sturdiness of a Killmonger is great. I needed a piece that I could just throw at things and attack with. That solves a lot of my problems. I don't need to be fancy with this. What'd you say?
What's Killmonger's energy defense?
3.
All right, I'm attacking him with 6.
Okay.
I gain energy equal to damage dealt. If I get a wild, I can push you away a small.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
I don't know.
I don't.
Whew.
Don't make those noises.
3
Makes me scared.
hit, wild,
4,
wild,
yeah.
crit, and then I'll get to explode the crit in after you roll.
Okay.
And that cost me 3.
1
So, a wild?
success.
Here's my crit.
Oh.
Got another crit, which doesn't crits don't explode into crits,
They
but that's
don't.
5 total.
So -1, 4.
So you take 4. I gain 4 energy for
Take
that.
4, call me in the morning. And then I'll get 4 power. Do not let me live.
And then I push you
will
a
be
small.
long dead.
Let's take him out of here. So you have 1 left, right?
I have 1 health remaining. What's it worth?
I mean, I just have to take you off. I have to.
Yeah,
take
I
you
think
off
so.
table.
I think
I
so.
can't allow this to exist.
And then I'm going to have a lot to say about that after the fact. Doc Ock is looking to party at this point.
Yeah, I'm sure he
10
is.
power?
He's at cap.
Yeah, he's capped.
I'm going to go
Start
ahead
throwing stuff.
and use my, because I can't use the same attack twice, right? Or can I?
I think you can. Is that true? Can you not use the same ability twice?
I don't know. And can you use a superpower more than once in a round?
Did you already use, is Friday one an action? 2 actions?
Friday is a superpower.
Yeah, you get 2 actions. Friday AI just
Superpowers don't
it's
count
not
as
an
actions.
action. Yeah, some of them are passives. Yeah. I think you can use the same thing twice. Can't you strike twice on a 0 power?
Maybe. I mean, I feel like I could repulsor blast twice with Iron Man.
I mean, there's. Hold on. Yeah, let's see. Oh my gosh. There's.
Dark Prince says you can use the same attack
yeah.
twice.
Yeah. I'm putting it down.
Can you use the same superpower twice?
Yeah.
I'd like to Friday AI again.
Does it say it?
Yeah, like if I could use Ox Clutches 2-3 times in a row. Oh, it says it can only be used once per turn
Okay.
on the card.
I'm
Right there on
gonna
the
I'm gonna
card.
use Friday AI again.
Right there on the
Pay
bar.
3, get plus 2 dice.
What does that say?
So Friday AI during the next attack action made by this character this turn, add 2 dice to its attack roll.
Okay. Yeah.
Because that's basically cheaper than using the Unibeam that would be 6 dice by 1, which is what I wanted to do. Plus I can gain a power back from that. So Here we go.
Okay, so if you don't care about line of sight and all of that, then
Yep. All right, rolling 6. Come on, Iron Man.
ha. I mean,
Hit crit
bummer.
with 2 skulls.
Is this a repulsor blast you're
This is
using?
a repulsor blast, yeah. So energy.
Friday AI'd repulsor blast. Okay, my energy defense is 3, which means 3 blocks.
I really need to hit you here.
2 blocks.
All right, roll
Good
my
luck.
crit.
Game's on the line.
Blank. Oh no! Devastation.
Killmonger.
All
angry.
right. Then I'm going to pay 1 to interact with the objective. So I'll roll 3 and try to
do a
flip
nice
that
1
switch.
damage to yourself.
Yep. I got
Did it.
positive results, so flip to me. Yeah, I'll just
put a
use
Spider-Man
You can
on
use
him.
the purple.
You
token
can be
thing,
a spider guy.
All right, I have 2 spiders on my team. You know.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
You're
Okay.
so close.
He's activated, yeah? Yeah, Steve. No Marvel Champions today. We're playing some Crisis Protocol, switching it up a little bit. Had some new characters come out. Black Panther, Killmonger, Venom.
A whole new
Checking-
wave of them coming out.
checking 'em
2.5
out.
weeks from now too. It's crazy.
Okay, so Iron Man's got to go, I think. That's really the story of this. I've just got it right in front of me, so I should definitely do it.
Do it.
And I've already made an attack roll against you this turn, so I'm focused on the kill.
Yeah, you powered up. I took a risk. I was planning on moving away on that second one, but I thought I could do a damage.
Best laid plans.
You know, 1 damage.
Okay, let's do some things we haven't done. Let's do a Black Ops Strike.
Okay.
It's gonna
This is
cost
with Killmonger.
Yeah, it's going to cost me 3. If it deals damage after it's resolved, I place myself within 1 of you, and it's a 3 range attack.
Seems good.
And a stagger on a wild, it's a 7-die attack. And it's going to be +2
What kind of
for
attack is this?
focused on the kill. It is a physical attack.
All right.
Focused on the kill, man. With Wakanda Forever, that's where it's at. Skulls, skulls, skulls. And 2 crits.
2 crits, 2 hits.
Yeah.
2 wilds.
Okay, so let me get this in here.
It's your crit hit.
And then can I get 1 more of your die
Mm-hmm.
for the crits?
All right, so I'll borrow that back. So
Now,
you've got 5.
I do have the Wakanda ability. I could re-roll something. What do you got? 5. If I could go to 6, you'd take 3, right? Because you have -1 to everything.
So I have the 2 cancels and the Invincible Iron Man, so that'll make it -3. So you're currently at doing 2. You could potentially do 3 damage here.
I think that's right. I think that's the right thing to do.
Because you're going to bounce in. And
Oh, I
go
get to
again,
re-roll
right?
1 for my kill count anyway. Let's start there. Let's re-roll a skull, right?
You
Oh,
can't re-roll a skull.
That's the whole point of it.
Got him. Nope.
Okay.
So then you could basically use Black Panther's ability, right?
Yeah,
To
I
pay
think I'm going
one
to
to
do that.
re-roll.
So
Yeah,
the Wakanda ability, let's get another re-roll.
I think every damage here is critical. Blank.
What damage?
Okay.
Take 2.
I will take 2 and gain 2 power.
And then it did do damage, so I'll get to place myself within 1 of you.
That seems, he's so mobile.
He's hefty.
What's that ability?
That's that Black Ops Strike. And then what's your energy D? 3? So I could do, you're already staggered, by the way. I wild staggered you. So you have to burn in action.
I don't know if that's going to matter.
Okay, let's see if it does.
This little stagger token's hilarious.
I think I take, I take 9 dice.
You have a 9 dice something?
I just rolled 9 dice. It's
Cheater.
7 +2 for focus on the kill. So I like Pierce better, actually.
What's Pierce do?
It's the one where I can switch your defense down and your -1 defense dice. So yeah, let's do that. So Vibranium weapons, going to cost me 0 power,
What kind of attack is this?
5 die energy attack,
Okay.
and then I get 2 bonus for focused on the kill.
And I'm -1?
That's right.
Well, -1 die?
No, just you're at 3 defense rather than
Okay,
4.
got you.
Yeah.
I thought you somehow also were giving
Pierce
me...
will allow me to manipulate your dice if it comes to that.
All right, 3 hits and a crit.
That's 4 hits and a crit. No, 3 hits and a crit is right. It's the X-Wing language you're using.
Yep.
Just
All
confused
right.
by it.
I roll 3. Got a wild.
That's good for me. All right, crit coming in.
Nice.
Ooh, got the wild.
So I'm basically canceling 2. You already have enough to defeat me.
I can change your wild to a blank.
Now you really have enough to defeat me. Iron Man off the table. You get another kill count token.
I sure do. He's just racking them up. What's the? How much did I do damage-wise?
3.
Man, this is a change of pace.
Yeah, I felt behind just on activation, like sequencing.
Yeah. Okay. That's the end of Killmonger, I reckon.
All right, I'm going to go Spider-Man.
Good luck, Spidey.
He's going to move. Let's go along.
Venom from Marvel Champions would be dope.
I agree with that statement.
It
Whoever
would
said that.
absolutely be dope. Jesse is correct. Steve Kimmel, do you paint the models or do you have a group of minions that take care of that stuff? We paint everything past the core set. The core set was sent to us painted, which was super nice for Atomic Mass to do. Zach's working on some black and white variants that he's dealing with there. That's a new technique I remember you said you were working on.
Yep, it is a
Very
process.
difficult. I imagine it's very hard.
Getting like shadows on white is tough.
Yeah, and then I'm reluctant to start painting because I'm afraid of what it will do to my
Soul?
psyche. Yeah. I don't need to feel that way about myself right
That's
now.
hilarious. Spider-Man moved. He's going to strike now. He can't. He's going to impact webbing. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Range 4, 4 dice physical, and we're going to do this on
Physical attack. I have vibranium armor.
Panther. 1 hit.
Defended.
All right, I gain an energy. And then for my next trick, I'm going to spend 2 energy, and I'm going to push you a small towards me.
Aw,
A web align.
you reel me in? I'm just trying to get to the basket, man.
That is what I'm trying to stop you from doing.
I think I can get there.
We will see. That's Spider-Man.
Okay. I think that's the end of the turn. No, I've got Doc. I've got the Doctor.
Yep.
Oh my, oh my. He's gonna do some damage now. Okay, let's see what we've got. What's your energy defense on Spidey?
3.
Good.
He's 3s across the board.
Within 3. Now, are we within 3 of each other?
Don't think so.
No. Okay. And then we've got that and that. Okay, let's start with some traditional arm lasers.
It took me a minute, but now I'm back on like understanding what's going on.
You remember how to play?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that happens.
About 4
sometimes.
turns too late, but you know.
You know, win some, you lose some. I think I really just need to tee Spider-Man up for getting wrecked next turn.
Yeah.
Because you could still hit Black Panther and toss the herb.
Mm.
And I can't target my own things, right?
What's
Did we-
Black? You already took the bleed from Black Panther?
No, I didn't. Very much did not.
So he's got what left? 2?
He's got 2 health left, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to get to go first next turn because I'm down a character.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably can come over there.
You must be able to. But he's
Yeah.
got vibranium armor. Have you not been paying attention?
So good. Just keep saying that.
It's right there in the lobby.
Lobby bar.
All right, but if Spider-Man gets knocked out right here, it really won't matter.
No.
So we need to move you more than anything. Let's think about positioning. This is a game of positioning.
But I think my objective is going to be bringing Venom over to Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
Venom's the one that can actually do it. So like,
Yeah.
if you're going to move anybody, he's probably the one to actually move.
Venom,
Like if you
get
can
him
push
out
him
of
over here,
the game. Yeah, the problem is I can only choose size 2 or less. That
he's a big boy.
he's a big guy, and I can't. He's dazed anyway. I can't target him or anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
yep. You are an architect of your own destruction.
Yeah, that's right. So we just need to. This is Spider-Man versus Doc Ock. This is classic.
Sure enough.
Just classic. All right, well, let's move first because that's the thing I could screw up. Let's get right in the middle of town.
That's nice. You can try to
and then I
take
can
that.
interact with the objective and kind of block Venom out of this, even though it doesn't work that way.
It's the thought that counts, right?
It's the thought that counts. Then let's do 3 for arm lasers.
Okay.
6 die attack.
What kind of attack is this?
This is a energy attack.
Okay.
You don't have cover, and it has pierce.
All right. Seems all right.
This just really fell out of the hands there, didn't it? And it appears
Exploded
that
out of the
they
hand.
did. I got
Yeah.
4 blanks, a block, and a crit.
All right. Let's roll 3. 1 wild, and then I have my spider sense, so I can't reroll the skull that I got, but I could reroll the blank.
Okay, so let's roll crits in
Sweet.
to a sweet blank. And yeah,
I'm gonna
go
reroll
ahead.
my
I guess
blank.
that you can do that. Yeah.
I got a hit, which means nothing on defense, so I'm at 1 wild as a block.
I don't think I have any rerolls on him.
All right.
Not a thing. But I did roll a crit, so I get 1 power because of my scientific hubris.
All right.
And then I'm going to spend 3 for Ox Clutches. I'm going to choose an interactive terrain feature enemy character of size 2 or less within 3 and throw it a small distance.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get you into...
Garbage. You can get me in the garbage can.
I can definitely get you into that car, right?
Yeah, if you just point a little more towards it.
Yeah.
Boop.
Boom. Take your 1 damage, Spidey.
That's good. Good for you. Do I get a power from that? I don't think so. It's just from attacks, right? Enemy attacks.
Ah, well, that's kind of an attack.
It's a superpower. It's not the same thing.
Maybe not.
I'm not gonna
Collisions,
get the power.
probably. I don't know. Enemy
I don't think
effects.
so.
Okay.
I don't think it's effects. I think it's literally just enemy attacks.
Okay. Then, all right. Have some of that.
All right. End of round.
End of round.
I control 2 points.
Oh wait, no. Let me interact with that thing real quick.
Yep.
And what's my energy defense is 3.
Got it.
Got it.
So you get the little blue token on
Super got it.
there. All right. End of round.
Yeah.
So I have 2 out of 3.
You've got 3.
So I get 4 points.
It's 3 points, I think. 4 on the
Just
dunk.
projecting.
On the
Yeah.
herb, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's correct. During the cleanup phase, and then 4 if we're holding the herb and contesting the vessel, which we are not. And then anything else that's happening? Nothing. That was the 3rd round, wasn't it? So this is the 4th.
Yeah, I think so.
And every day's thing comes back. All the activation tokens go away,
And I get the first player token
and you get the first player token.
because you were the one to finish the old turn.
You're the first player. This could turn.
All right.
Ryan, I'm glad to know you're with me on the painting. Who out there, who's playing Crisis Protocol in the chat? How many people are watching this that don't play Crisis Protocol? I'd be curious to know that.
That's a good question. Oh wait, I have cool
And
cards.
is it interesting?
Keep
is it interesting
talking.
to watch a minis game just because it's a minis game? I think it is. I'm not sure. Or are we just on in the background in the soothing tones of Zach and Steven?
Precisely.
The kind of voices you've been hearing since 2008, maybe 2007. If you started with the Dragon Ball CCG tutorial, watched the Monster Apocalypse tutorial, and then proceeded to watch all unboxings. For what, 6 years we did those?
That's about right.
Can you imagine that? Bryce wasn't around during that phase of the game. The kind of throwing things at the wall approach.
What's
we
Black
had
Panther
time.
got left?
I tell you that.
2?
Black Panther has 2 health left,
That
but he has
seems-
vibranium armor, and that is something you need to know.
Yeah. He's very hard to hit. I get it.
All right, let's see what we got here. Okay. I can't scroll up. It seems to be a limitation of my phone. Oh, there it goes. Dark Prince, you play, yep. Danny M doesn't play but enjoys watching. That's great. Ryan, yet to play a game of it. Are you here for the voices or the game? Johnny never played and don't plan to play it anytime soon.
Dennis says I get an energy from the thrown collision,
All right.
so I'm going to take it. Plus, all our characters get 1 at the start of the round. Don't forget that.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, thanks.
All right. You ready for this? Doo-doo-doo.
Dennis, of course, playing. Glad to see you watching, Dennis. Let's see, I can't see you watching, I suppose.
I'm going to go with Venom. He's going to move a small. Dennis is all about it. He was at
May
Paint
Chat
Dance
plays
Saturday.
Games Workshop minis games, but no Crisis Protocol. Dulcet tones are why I'm here. Well, that's good to know.
We achieved our mission.
I think Zach and I probably have some of the worst voices for broadcasting, actually. And of people I've listened to in my life, I'm not on the high end.
From
of
1 to 10, I would put
enjoyability.
myself at like a 3 or a 4.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
not
I am too.
actively like horrible, but it's definitely not a voice I think you want to listen to.
Dark Prince, I certainly don't. Dark Prince, it's advanced version of Hero Clips with much better miniatures. That's fair.
Venom's moving. Then I'm going to play a tactics card called Battle Lust. At the end of a move action made during an allied character's activation, the moving character may spend power equal to its size. So I'm going to spend 3. The next attack made by the moving character this activation attack. If the attack, well, let me back up. I got mixed up. The next attack made by the moving character's activation adds dice to the attack equal to its size. If the attack deals damage after the attack is resolved, push the enemy target away a small.
Okay, so you can push me afterwards and you get a bunch of dice
I
here.
get 3 extra dice.
Shout out to Dean Kimmel. Looks like Steve's son of 4 years old. He loves superhero stuff and is always around and attentive when Daddy and friends play the superhero games. So hello, Dean. Welcome to this Earth. 4
To
years on the planet.
Congratulations.
It's a heck of a thing you get to do here.
All right.
Living a life.
Venom using symbiote tendrils. So I'm rolling my traditional 5 plus 3 because of the Battle Lust that I played on Black Panther.
I've got vibranium armor. What's your attack type?
Physical.
Okay, not a problem.
Wild,
That's exactly what I
wild
needed,
hit.
isn't it?
It's not bad for
You're
you.
like, oh man.
I need a lot of skulls.
Minis games. That's 3 successes.
Perfect. After the stack is resolved, the character gains. That's the right one. After the stack is resolved, the character gains the bleed special condition.
Already have it.
Great.
Who's laughing now?
Then I will use.
These games.
Yeah.
It's something in it. Nice to watch you guys live, says Dennis. A solid 5. That's right down the road. Average. Could be out of 5.
Out of
Could be
10.
5 out of
I
5.
said out of 10 earlier.
Ryan Roper, we have the worst voices for broadcasting in quotes, and then choose to change video podcast back to audio only. Well, I mean, our looks aren't exactly stellar either. David Polakar says, I play at any opportunity in SoCal Trojan. I joined in to watch on my way to work. I do not own Crisis Protocol yet. Still trying to figure out what my next buy is for tabletop. God tier, Crisis Protocol, or Legion. Wow. I don't envy that position. Those are all real investments. Really, first off, do you want to paint? If you don't want to paint, God tier. I mean, they're not pre-painted, but you don't have to paint them for it to look reasonable.
With Venom, I'm going to use Clintar Rage superpower, cost 3. Choose an interactive terrain feature or enemy character, both of size 3 or less, and within 2, throw it medium. So I'm going to throw Black Panther at medium.
I'm going to brace for impact.
What's that do?
I ignore collision damage.
All right. I'm still going to throw you back here. Basically getting you further away from that
All
objective.
right, that's fine.
And that's
I brace
Venom,
for impact.
wherever my check mark is.
That to me is the card you always have to take.
Brace for impact?
Yeah, just ignore a collision. That's
Seems good.
necessary.
All right,
Why
you're
are
up.
these things are still here, aren't they?
We didn't quite clean up correctly.
We didn't clean up well at all. Okay, so Venom has gone. So all I need to make sure to do is to get Black Panther out of Spider-Man zone.
It's hard to do.
It's pretty hard. Now, I could try to hurt Spider-Man. You're at how much health? I need to do 2?
Yep.
Doc Ock can do that.
Seems good.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. We might actually get to use this card. Am I within 2 of things? Am I within 2 of that dumpster?
No.
The answer is no. Yep.
You're within 2 of this one.
I could throw this lamppost at you. Huh. Hold on.
Don't you just Doc Ock Spidey down?
Yes,
2
but
attacks
I
in a
also
row?
could increase my chances. I can throw it a medium. Okay. 2 of the same
You could probably throw
interactive terrain
this.
feature. I gotta be, both characters have to be within 2. I really want to throw that dumpster, but nothing is going to make that happen. All right, Doc Ock is going to activate. I know I have 1 damage easy mode because I can throw you easily with my Doc powers.
Okay.
So let's give myself the biggest chance here with my arm lasers. So 3, it's going to be a 6-die energy attack. And
All right.
it ignores all cover, and it has pierce attached.
All right. Wild and a crit.
Okay.
I roll 3. I got 1 defense, and I have the spider sense, so I get to reroll 2 of my dice. No
Here
skulls.
comes the crit.
Wild and a crit. Only 1, so I'll take 1.
I'll pierce that down to 0.
I take 2, and I'm knocked out.
Oh.
This is not going well.
Yeah, this is just slowly losing the game, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I'm done for the round. Your turn.
I'm still going with the doctor here. So, this is weird. I'm like doing well. Okay, where's the medium? I don't think I can get over there to activate with that beacon, can I?
I don't
No,
think
within
so.
1.
Nope.
So your days. So Venom's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Let's go. I don't have any. Power. Oh, I did get one for the hubris. I'm not gonna waste this. I'm just gonna do a strike on Venom. Wait, he can attack me back, can he?
If you do at least 2 damage, yeah.
That's fine. What could go wrong with that?
It's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad.
You're...
All right, 4 with a flurry of arms.
What kind of attack is this?
This is a normal physical attack.
All right.
And I've got 2 successes, 3 successes because my flurry of arms hit that wild.
I got a crit, so I will explode the crit into nothing. Nothing
All right,
good.
3
So
to
I cancel 1. So I take 2. 2 damage and 2 power. Let me see. And I will go ahead and fire back at you. I'll use so many snacks to attack you back. And he'll just do a symbiotic tendrils. So I roll 5.
Physical?
Physical, yep. I gain energy for the damage, and you'll get a bleed token.
That bleed token's awesome. We're rolling like rocks tonight.
1.
That's garbage.
Nothing, but you'll get a bleed token nonetheless.
All right. Taken. Wherever it went.
I got you.
Yeah.
You have 1 on Black Panther.
Okay, so Venom took how much damage there?
2.
2.
He's got
and
4 left.
He's got 4 left. Let's go ahead and spin 3 to throw him into that car. And he's bigger than the car, isn't he?
Can you throw a size 3 model?
Oh, you're right. I can't. But I can throw the car into him.
That's right. And I got to make a dodge roll.
Let's do that.
All right, so you're throwing the car into Venom, and then the dodge roll, what do I roll?
It's like an equation. It's a quadratic formula. 2
It
is the
is.
variable, and then you plug it into where x is. I don't remember how it works. I think it's just +1. It's like a 3 success attack coming at you. I'll look it up.
Yep.
To the books.
That's the kind of rule that if you haven't played in the past 2 weeks, you would not
You
remember
just
how it
forget
works.
about it. Throwing a terrain feature. It's destroyed and removed from the table. Okay, if the thrown, okay, dodging. Character rolls dice equal to its physical defense, add an additional die to the dodge roll for each critical, etc. Equal to the terrain feature +1.
So 3 total.
Reduce it by 1 for each critical, wild, or block.
1 block, no criticals, so I'll take 2.
Take 2.
And I don't think I gain power from that.
I don't know. It's an enemy effect.
Oh, it is. It worked
Yeah.
earlier, so hopefully that works.
Okay, consider it thrown, and I got no critical. All right, so it's just me doing whatever I want, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay. How about some of this? How about let's see if Black Panther can even get there. Let's start with a pounce.
Okay. What's that do? A small?
Small push. I don't take any damage.
That's super cool.
Yeah, it's a cool way to do it mechanically too. It's like, oh, it's just a push. So now the rules work. That was kind of sloppy, wasn't it? It's
Hold it down.
It was very
X-wing
delicate
rule
until
number
the
1.
very last moment where it was very undelicate. Then we got a long move. Slammer
You're gonna
jammer.
dunk it.
I feel like I'm playing American Gladiators here. Getting in the middle of the board. He's even in dunk mode.
Yeah, he's got a basketball to put in his hand.
Were you a big Kobe fan? Speaking of recent events, it's a real bummer.
I not necessarily. I was a big Michael Jordan fan as a kid. My brother John was a huge Kobe Bryant fan though.
Well, I
It's
read
very
that
sad.
his whole ethos in life was to be better than Michael Jordan. Did you know that?
There was a lot of that early on.
His driving everything. That's what I read about him this
At
morning.
one point, and that's a good barometer to set for yourself. Be better than the
The
GOAT.
best.
But at some point, he changed his number to 24, I think, and the vibe was like 1 better than Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Because Michael Jordan was 23.
Yeah, so you kind of didn't. You were like, he was kind of on your, I'll shake this bleed.
I think I would have liked him a lot less if he'd been playing at the same time as Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Because then it would have been like a thing. But like, yeah. But no, I mean, he was incredible. Sad story.
Yeah. So I'm officially in dunk mode, and I shook the bleed, so all good there.
Yep.
And then Killmonger can try at Venom here.
Yeah, or you could try to take that objective and score 3 extra points, which would be insane.
Yeah, that's not bad, is it?
Because you're going to score 4 here, right?
And that's within range 1.
Do you score 4 here every time he's here? Every round?
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah. While contesting their vessel during the cleanup phase, score victory points. Let's do that. I mean, although it feels like Venom, it's just like, let's just get Venom off the board, and then it's just like game over, right? Would you just say it's game over at that point?
If you score 3 points, I'm pretty much saying it's game over because you'll score 7.
Yeah.
So you go up to 10.
5, 6, 7.
And I don't have a way to. But yeah, if you knock Venom out, same thing.
Yeah. Let's not. Let's see what he can do. Or maybe I can do both. So first, let's move.
Yeah. If you do both, it's really game over.
Because I do have a charge, so I can at least give it a shot. Then we'll attempt, by rolling my energy defense, to flip this.
He did not.
And that's not an attack, so there's nothing I can do to re-roll that.
I
right?
don't think so.
Is that that's not the Wakanda ability, right? Attack, defense, or dodge dice.
You just blank citied.
Roll dice equal to the entertained character's defense.
What's
not
crazy about that is if you had rolled a skull, you would have knocked yourself out.
That's true. That would have been a disaster. Let's pay 2. That's hilarious.
Good thing you
Just
didn't.
Stupid little things that you could really mess up.
That would have actually like given me a window to get back in the game.
Yeah. Medium. Okay.
Don't mind me.
Let's go. And then that was the charge, and now we'll do probably the Black Ops strike. What's your physical D?
4,
And your energy?
3, or 2.
I'm not going to do the 3 then. I'm just going to do the normal strike. It's 5 dice with Pierce versus... but Black Ops does stagger you, which I think is nice. Nah.
You just got to try and knock me out, right?
Yeah, let's Black Ops you.
All right. So I only get to roll 2. Plus you have Pierce, right?
Not Black Ops. Yeah, Vibranium weapons. Correct. So 5 dice for me. It's an energy attack. It has Pierce. And I'll gain armor.
Seems good.
And I've got 2 rerolls from my 2 kill counts. Ooh, I could use that
1
tactics
skull, 2
ability.
hits, and 2 shields. I got 1 crit and 1 hit, so the hit's going to not do anything. But my crit will explode. 1.
And I need to do how much?
2. So you need 1 more.
Chances of getting hits are higher than crits?
Way higher.
Okay. So I will use my license to kill to reroll these 2.
Got a hit and a crit.
Done.
And that's going to knock Venom out of the game.
3 kill counters to go. Boom. Done. Game over, man.
That's it. I'm happy to call it. We did it. End of the game. Have some questions rolling. If you have any questions about these models, we'll
was
give
cool.
our take on a second. I want to talk about Venom. I think I would play him a lot
Boy,
better.
Wakanda's pretty straight up. I got to tell you. I mean, it's like get in there and crush.
They're good at attacking and defending.
I like Killmonger because it's basically like just go hit stuff. There's not a lot to keep track of. Just go hit stuff.
Well, it's cool. I felt like out of the core set, it's like you could knock models out, but actually tabling your opponent wasn't necessarily viable. I feel like Wakanda is good at that.
They may
like-
be those people.
They're not doing anything special with objectives as much as they're just moving quickly and able to do a lot of damage without taking a lot of damage.
It's very true. Seems like a good mix.
Yeah.
We can do a lot and we don't take very much.
Yeah, but like they don't have, maybe Shuri or Okoye are good at this, but like they don't have a lot of like movement abilities heavy.
I don't have any throws.
Yeah, so like
no
their ability to
control.
like mess with opponents and objectives and whatnot is probably pretty low.
Yeah.
Dark Prince wants to know, what do you think, how fiddly some of the miniatures are? What do you mean by fiddly? Like how you put them together? Let's see. Chuck says, or Spader says, have any of the new expansions released yet for Champions? Everywhere I look, it's out of stock. So that first wave is out of stock. We're expecting Wrecking Crew in a couple weeks, but we're also expecting a reprint of the first wave and all the stuff in the near future. If you go to our website, you can sign up on a wait list and you'll be notified when we have more.
Steve Kimmel, look at this. You'll love it about Champions. Personal challenge, try solo expert with every aspect and every character against every villain with random modular. Insane fun. You can do that for the rest of your life almost. And be good with it.
Dark Prince, yes. So to build, I don't think they're not the easiest models I've ever put together, but I actually this past week was putting together the new Arena Rex model.
Yeah, that's
when I was
fiddly.
also putting together Venom. Venom took about half the time that
Yeah.
it took me to assemble one model for, and it was a smaller model for Arena Rec. So on the scale, it's like it's not as easy as the initial Legion stuff was, which was literally like, here's the body, put the arm in the socket with the glue, and you're done.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not the easiest. It's not that easy, but it's not as hard as some of the hard. So it's okay. It's right in the middle.
Chuck Dice said, Team Covenant just processed my order for Wrecking Crew. That is true. That did happen. Should be getting it real soon. It's looking like February 7th on that one.
Yep.
Chuck says, actually just signing up for subscriptions. We do too, Chuck.
Appreciate that.
It's a good idea. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see how all this goes. Early supply is weird. It always is. So I feel like until we're like 6 or 7 releases in, anything can happen with this industry. It's kind of amazing.
We've talked last year on the podcast. We do a weekly podcast on Fridays, but we talked extensively the first half of the year, almost every episode, about basically supply, distribution, information passing and whatnot. And so ultimately, publishers have very little insight and view into how many to print. And nothing about the system is encouraging people ordering them, players or retailers, to get those orders in early enough for it to actually affect print runs.
Timelines are weird on
Yeah.
that.
So until a game kind of stabilizes, and by stabilize I mean once you get 6 to 12 months in, you've seen how many people are ordering, and when you reprint, how many people are ordering stuff, so you get a better idea of how much demand there is out there. That's when it kind of usually, we've seen with Arkham, right? The first 6 to 9 months was spotty, like very consistently. It was packs were gone, hard to get. And that was even worse because Arkham packs, it's like if you miss pack 3, pack 4, 5, and 6 of that cycle weren't playable. So that's rough too, because like someone would see pack 4 and get it, but then like they weren't in on the pack 3, so it was just a nightmare. At least with Champions, it's like if you miss, Captain America or Wrecking Crew or Goblin, it doesn't prevent you from playing as long as you have the core game.
Yeah, that's true.
It just means that you have access to less of the cards at the time. So,
and basically, you just got to fight. We just got to go out there and fight for our lives to try to get the products that we need.
Some fun questions coming in. Wyatt says, how would you compare Venom with Hulk? Would you consider running them together? Knows nothing about team construction restrictions. So they are similar in that they cost more points. So Venom is
They're kind of lumbering models.
4 points. He's bigger and slower. Hulk, I believe, was 5 or 6 points. So you normally, we've seen the average be 15 to 17 points on these scenarios. So running them together would mean you're probably on 3, maybe 4 models. And I think normal is going to be 5 or 6. So you're going to be a little less good at objectives. But again, when they're more expensive, they usually pack a little more punch. So it's kind of
harder to move off of objectives too.
Yep.
So you can just kind
like
of sit there.
You couldn't toss me.
Bring
earlier.
it on.
So peaks and valleys. But I think the thing about Venom is he's got the 2 sides. Hulk only has 1 side. He's got 20 health, very low defense. The more he takes damage, the harder he hits. Whereas Venom is a little more normal.
Much better counterpuncher.
But he hits you back. So like Hulk's threat is that if you hit him, he's going to hit you really hard. But that's hard to set up because like I need him to be in a position where you want to hit him, but also still be able to activate him. Whereas Venom I like because you just throw him in the middle. And it's like, well, if you come and hit him, he's going to hit you right back.
And the bleed is killer on a retaliate attack like that.
Yeah, and if I have enough energy too, it's like I heal on some of those attacks. So I like Venom a lot. I just think that I was not positionally, like you learn a lot the first time you use them. Positionally where I need to be, like early in this game, you picked up your herb with Black Panther, and like I got mine with Iron Man, but Killmonger just aced Iron Man.
Wrecked, yeah. It was perfect for that. Zach, you want to close this up and just bring up just a wide open chat?
Sure.
Just talk to the folks?
Yep.
So we'll close this down and have a nice little Crisis Protocol video for later, and then we'll come back on the live stream and just chat on. So we'll be back in just a second.